Thank you all so much for joining us today for the webinar topic of Healthy Children the Natural Way. I'm really passionate about sharing natural solutions to mothers and grandmothers and people who work with young children, because I think it's so important, especially with little bodies, that we can have a protocol that is safe and timely and from Mother Earth. And so I'm going to share with you a bit today about doTERRA's essential oils and how they can be incorporated holistically in your child's well-being. But a little bit of my backstory is I am a mom. I have a little 20-month-old, nearly 20-month-old boy, Rafe, and I have become very interested in doing my own self-education as well on using these oils to help him, and to help him not only physically but also emotionally, as children navigate growing up and a range of emotions and oftentimes don't know how to express that. And so these have been really truly a blessing for us, and not only with my own little one, because I've been mostly dealing with babies and toddlers, but also prior to having him, I was a school teacher for, I worked in the school system for probably 6 years, and 3 of that was as a primary school teacher. And I used my essential oils in the classroom, through permission from the admin, but we had a diffuser going in our classroom, and I also had made up a little spray. So I had my Mrs. Anderson's Feel Good spray, and the students would be able to come and ask me to spray it in the air. So I wouldn't spray it on them, but I would spray it in the air around them when they needed to pick me up, or maybe they'd come out from the playground and someone had said something rude to them or hurtful, and they just wanted to have a pick me up, or maybe they got a test score that they weren't really happy about, whatever the range might be. And it had some really lovely calming oils. And so the students responded really well to that. And the diffuser was really great as well. And as time went on, I had a lot of moms come to me, and I had held a few workshops in the classroom after school, and a few moms came to me and were very interested in trying the oils. And so within a year of me having used them in the classroom, I had several parents start to order some of the blends, the Focus blend in particularly, and they would leave it at school for me and ask me to apply it before a test or after recess, things like that, so with parent permission. And these things had worked really, really well. So I was able to see a lot of positive experiences and benefits from these children, not only from what they would say to me, but also in their behavior changes. It was really, really powerful. And through my work with doTERRA, I've become, it's a relationship business. And so becoming friends with so many moms and women who have older children, it's just been so fabulous to see how these oils and supplements can really support. So I want to just share with you a bit about why I think it's so important, and then I'm going to dive into my suggestions and what has worked for us, as if you were going through like a day in the life using doTERRA with your kids. So, morning, day, evening, that kind of thing. So for me, it's very empowering to provide my children with solutions that not only benefit their health holistically, but really are aligned with my beliefs and my core values, and also support our children in a way that our bodies are designed. So I always go back to the fact that our essential oils come from nature. They are natural from plants, and our bodies as well. We come from dust and return to dust. So our bodies are designed to optimally recognize natural remedies and process them within our bodies. As opposed to synthetic medicine, you'd be very familiar with the fact that antibiotic resistance is very prevalent, and side effects from synthetic medication can be quite prevalent. And, let's just say, proper medical care has its place and is advised when needed, but it's really empowering that, natural solutions can be your first go-to in many, many situations. And so these oils can provide really timely, really safe, very effective solutions with very little to no side effects. And doTERRA has kept kind of tabs on the side effects that are reported to them. And I think it's like 0.02, or it's very, very minimal, the amount of side effects that are reported, and the majority of them are slight skin irritation. And so when we use common sense and we dilute our oils appropriately, typically there are very, very little side effects. But that does mean that, you know, as a parent, follow your gut intuition and continue to use common sense and follow the safety guidelines. So as moms and grandmoms and, you know, people, maybe you're a teacher here as well, you know, children's health involves their physical health, their mental health, but we've also got those emotional and spiritual sides of us that we can, you know, focus on as well. And so physical concerns can range from really slight irritations such as nappy rash or, you know, crying or teething, to really more serious things like the flu or a fever. And so children are exposed to a number of compromising situations throughout the day that can really increase their risk of injury, right? And so it's really important that we've got this toolbox. And like us as adults, children have mental health needs, and they're affected by stress and trauma, and they will respond with a range of emotions such as fear and sadness and rage and anger, just like us as adults. And as a parent, it's often difficult when we have a very limited resource or limited resources when trying to help our children navigate this emotional roller coaster, you know, such as their stress, their hyperactivity, sadness, illness. Before doTERRA, you know, I'm so glad these came into my life prior to actually having a child. But, you know, some of you are moms and have been moms before doTERRA came on the scene in your life. And I'm sure you can imagine when you don't have, you just want to help your child so bad. You know, you can see that they're stressed. You can see that they're anxious or hyperactive. And you're like, I don't know what to do, right? And these oils have the power to help us. And so if you have been using your oils with your children, hopefully you've been able to notice that children really do respond very positively to essential oils, to aroma, and to touch. Children respond well to those things. So simply smelling an oil or experiencing the application of an oil with like a lovely massage can have a really comforting effect on a child. And it can really rapidly change their behavior and their responsiveness. Children love to have their feet stroked or their back stroked. Or just, will sit with Rafe and we've got his little rollers and he'll just smell them. And it's so sweet. He gets very particular about which ones he wants to smell. And, you know, something's ticking away even at a young age. And so most kids naturally love these oils. It's not something that we have to force on them or, you know, trick them to take like a Panadol, you know. It's really intuitive to them. And I don't know if any of you have ever tried having your child pick out your oils for the day, but children are really intuitive when it comes to essential oils and what their bodies need. They don't have this like, you know, filter of, as adults, we kind of seem to analyze things and, I know I need this one because I'm feeling this. But children don't really yet have that. And so I was with Rafe the other day, and at the moment with the funny weather, he has a little bit of a runny nose, and he's not got a fever, but he's just a little bit flushed. And we were sitting down, and I had his box of oils. I'll show you them in a moment, but he's got some rollers and sprays. And I was just letting him kind of have a look and play. And it's so funny that he picked up the peppermint, because that's not one that he would normally be drawn to. Normally I let him smell the lavender or the wild orange, but he was really intent on me opening this one. And I tried to put it away and thought, no, that's too tingly. But he kept picking it up and got really antsy when I wouldn't. And so I let him smell it. And he kind of was a bit taken aback because, it is so strong. But afterward, I thought, I reckon he just intuitively knew that he needed that one because it is that cooling oil. So children, if you haven't tried it yet, take them to your box and ask them to pick out your oil for the day. Maybe go look in your emotions book. It's really cool to see how they respond. So it's really, really cool. So, you know, by using these oils and teaching our children at an early stage, how to kind of cultivate an empowering environment for them is really going to set them up well and confidently and, you know, help them become a really confident and balanced adult. So these are an excellent opportunity for them to learn and practice self-care, along with their the wonderful nutritional supplements that doTERRA has. So we'll highlight those as well. So when I like to look at, Got the chat button there. Just by the smell of them. Yeah, cool. Children, they do. They're so intuitive, and they're such quick learners. So they would be able to smell an oil and automatically know, yeah, that's lavender, mommy, or that's my sleepy mommy. Yeah. And they love making up their own rollers. A lot of parents have asked me, what should I make for my child? And if they're a couple years old, I say, get them to come in there with you. Let them watch you pop the drops in, and let them try to help you open the lids. And they really feel empowered, and they love to have their own little blends and name their blends. And especially if it's a confidence blend or a superstar student blend or a sleepy blend, if they have nightmares, it can be a really empowering experience for them. So with our oils, we can use them several ways with our children. The first way is aromatic. So aromatically, we can diffuse our oils, before going to bed or throughout the night. We can have them going before school to uplift or help them focus. Or you can just get a little container or, the bottle, and just let them, with your guidance and I guess, you being hands-on with them, let them just have a smell from the bottle. And that's a really great way to help affect their mood quickly. So our sense of smell is a really powerful way to affect our mood and to get those quick behavior changes. And so, having something going at night that's going to calm them, or in the morning that's going to perk them up, or maybe they do need calming in the morning. Maybe they're really hyperactive and you need something to calm in the morning. That can be really great as well. We can also use the oils topically with our children. When I say topically, I always want to enforce and recommend a carrier oil, something like your doTERRA fractionated coconut oil. This is really important with young ones, particularly as you begin your journey, so that you build your confidence level up. And I'm just going to show you in a moment a general dilution guide. And for those of you who are in my team, and it's in our files tab as well. But some really great places to apply your oils on your children as a first, protocol is the soles of the feet. Let me just turn off Facebook and see if sometimes I just get random notifications. So hopefully you're not hearing that, but if you are, my apologies. So the soles of the feet is a really great place. That is a really fast absorption to the bloodstream within 30 seconds or less. We're getting every cell in our body serviced. Along the spine is your hub to your central nervous system and all of your organs and systems. So that's a great place to apply them for both physical benefit and also emotional. So if you're wanting to reduce the temperature or help boost the immune system when unwell, or whether you're wanting to calm or help them focus. And the tummy. So the tummy is a great place to use your oils. A lot of children's, even adults, our gut and our brain are really interlinked. And so using the oils on the tummy can help also with the mood. And, even if you get some on the belly button, that's a really quick systemic way to get it into the body. I'm just going to screen share with you my this dilution guide. Dilution is a very personal, thing. For me, I have gotten to be very comfortable with, even though Rafe is not even 2 years old, my balance oil, which has fractionated coconut oil as its base carrier, I will sometimes use this on both of us. We'll just sit down together and we'll put this on our wrist and have a little play, and he'll put his foot out and he'll let me put it on his foot. I would have never done this with him as a baby, and probably a year ago I would have said, I would never do that with him. I need it to be way more diluted. But my comfort level and my confidence with these oils has really increased, and I know this blend has some very gentle, safe oils like frankincense and chamomile and the fractionated coconut oil. So I'm comfortable doing that on occasion when he's feeling really overwhelmed and I can see that he's overtired or something like that. But a good general rule of thumb is, if you're looking at a 10 ml roller bottle, you have the ages of the child here on the right. So 0 to 12 months a year, 1 to 5 years, 6 to 11 years, and 12 and older to adult. And so when you're looking at a 10 ml roller, which is what most of us use when we're creating our blends for our children, or 10 mils, about a tablespoon in a ramekin dish. I really like this dilution guide. When Rafe was little, you know, for the first probably year, yeah, especially the first 6 months of his life, I just put 1 drop of essential oil in a roller, and the rest was my fractionated coconut oil. And as he got a bit older and I realized, you know, my On Guard wasn't really addressing his, you know, immune system that well, I started to up the drops until my comfort, with my comfort level. So now he's a year or nearly 2 years soon. And I do about 10 drops. I'll put about 10 drops of frankincense or 10 drops of balance or 10 drops of On Guard in a roller. And that's really great. doTERRA does make the whole Home Essentials range minus lemon in touch rollers, which are basically pre-diluted roller balls for, you know, frankincense, lavender, oregano, On Guard, digestion, all those ones. And even they do make them for the emotions line. And you could even use those on your children. Those are safe to use in pregnancy, on children, things like that. And these would obviously, looking at the price point, have more than 10 drops. And so doTERRA's oils are very safe. And because of their testing and rigorous testing, and because of their sourcing and the chemistry behind the oils, we know we're getting a really sound molecular structure of this oil. It's the correct species, the correct strand. So I have a lot of confidence, but please work with your own comfort level as well. And so as you move up, you know, for children, you know, 6 and upward, you can have, you know, anywhere from 30 drops to half of your roller ball being essential oil and the other half being fractionated coconut oil. Sometimes you could even use in a situation of like acute, you know, like a burn. There's been a few times I've just taken the lavender straight out the bottle and used it on a burn or on a, you know, big knot on the head or something, or frankincense. So hopefully that's helpful and gives you a little bit of a guide as we move forward and look at our day-to-day usage. If you have any questions, just pop them in the chat function and I'll be able to address those as well. So for me, lastly, I just wanted to focus before I move into that is internal usage. We can also use our oils internally. You know, doTERRA's oils are of extremely high quality, probably I would say the best on the market out there. Thankfully, we're very blessed to have access to them. But when I look at children, I think I focus more on food flavoring over a dietary supplement. So again, work with your comfort level, but really with little Rafe, he might have a bliss ball with some lemon occasionally, but really as your children are older and you have teens and, you know, primary school age children, food flavoring is a great place to use your oils. They'll get some immune boosting properties if you make something like On Guard apples, where you soak your apples in a bowl of water and On Guard. Or, you know, they could have a little bit of lemon and water, you know, when they're a bit older, but really, I personally don't promote, you know, taking the oils internally in capsules for children. Not that children really like swallowing pills. So, again, working with your intuition and your comfort level. So if I was going to start my day with a child, a young child, or even as we're looking up into primary school years, high school years, for me, my first oils that I would go to, first of all, would be Balance. Balance is a really all-time favorite in our home. This is their grounding blend. It's a great way to start your day. It helps oxygenate your cells, plumps them up, allows them to move, and you know, free-flowing, and also is wonderful at helping, you know, switch on that left and right brain. So putting some Balance on the wrist and kind of turning them on the nape of the neck, and again, the soles of the feet, nape of the neck, spine, kind of the same thing. And also some citrus oils. So citrus oils are really great at allowing the body to feel uplifted, but also really aligned and calm. So something like your Citrus Bliss or your Wild Orange. Citrus Bliss is a blend of several citrus trees and some vanilla. So it's a bit sweeter. Wild Orange is just an absolute beautiful, happy oil. And so those two together, you could even create a little blend, like a morning wake-up blend, and that can be a really nice way to get started. I would definitely be applying Wild Orange along the spine or Citrus Bliss along the spine, as it really brings the body back into homeostasis and really sets you up for the day. And then on the feet, I would be focusing on On Guard. On Guard is a really wonderful blend for supporting the immune system and boosting the immune system. And this is one that people like to say, I use it, when we get sick. But for me, it's important to be using daily to help support the immune system in fighting off anything so you don't get sick. And if you find this isn't working in your home and it's not working on your child, probably take a look at how many drops you're using. So it's probably not that it's not working, but just take a look at your consistency. Are you using it daily or at least twice a day? And maybe up the amount in the actual roller. So the On Guard Touch is really a great one in our house. Or, a good 10 drops to 20 drops for an adult in our rollers. And so that's a really great one to use on your child, especially going off to school, starting the new school year, starting daycare in the wintertime. Really, really powerful. And then another one I love for children is called In Tune. So as you Aussies would say, In Tune. In Tune is the focus blend, and it's got some patchouli and lime and patchouli. Oh yeah, you've got yours there. Well done. I probably should have applied it before I spoke today. It helps me focus. So patchouli is a great oil to ground you and help you kind of stay present in this present moment, and your brain's not like going a million miles per minute. And there's a beautiful video, if you've ever seen Everest's video, a little boy who uses this, and he talks about how he used to live in 6 feet of fog, and now he only has an inch of fog on his brain after using In Tune. So it's very cute. And you can always talk to your child's teacher about keeping a bottle of this at home, at school, and home, or in his bag or her bag. Here's my doggie. There she is. I was saying earlier, she is so scared of the tree blowers outside that she's just right at my feet. She's so cute. She's such a big girl, and she's a scaredy cat. It's so cute, but she has just been giving me lots of cuddles today. This bottle does come completely 100% oil. So what you can do, like pure essential oil, so you can get a spare roller bottle and take a little pipette or syringe out and have it. So take, half of it out or even a third of it out, and then make up another roller. So at the moment, if you use that on your child undiluted, it would be quite strong. So what you can do is take a little bit out and pop it in another roller, and they can actually you can get lots of bang for your buck. So you could even talk to the teacher about applying that throughout the day. The body will metabolize these every 4 hours or so. So if they had it applied at, morning before they go to school, midday after lunch, and then, if they have homework in the afternoon and you need to apply it again. Soles of the feet, I would say nape of the neck and inner wrists would be a really great place, great places to apply these. I've seen a lot of positive benefits with using In Tune on children. If you find that it's not really cutting it, you could add some cedarwood or vetiver into the blend as well. And that might be able to help really with some hyperactivity or lack of focus. Lemon is also the oil of focus, and so lemon might be something else that you can add in. It does contain lime, which is again another citrus oil, so they might be trying to get that point across there. So throughout the day, incidental things can come up. So for me, this isn't an oil, but I absolutely love Correct-X. It is a wonderful salve, a wound salve, I guess you would call it. It contains frankincense, helichrysum, cedarwood, tea tree, and lavender. So very soothing, healing oils, and also your antiseptic oils. We had to use this yesterday because Rafe, I had a friend pull into the driveway, and I was chatting with her. She was dropping something off, and Rafe was out playing, and he ran into the rose bush and, of course, got his neck caught on a rose bush. Parent fail. But I went straight to my Correct-X, and it was quite raised. And after the application, within a few minutes, it was back down, and we've applied that 3 times now. And even today, less than 24 hours later, it's looking really, really good. You can barely even tell. So I love that blend for any scrapes or abrasions. Digestion is an awesome oil to use throughout the day with any tummy upset. Children often can complain of tummy upset when they're anxious or nervous, especially in a new situation, or maybe they've eaten terrible. You know, we all go to parties. We all have little parties. Maybe gluten doesn't sit well with them. In this day and age, with a lot of the things that we eat or children eat, there's additives and preservatives and colorings. And this is a great blend to use on the tummy. Again, clockwise position, get a bit in the belly button, and that can be helpful. And I also love the whole emotions range. And so these oils are great for anything. They come in passion, forgive, peace, cheer, motivate, and console. And they target a range of emotions for children. And they are now available in little rollers as well with coconut oil in there. So, you know, if your child's, you know, struggling with anger or rage, or maybe quite apathetic or anxious, or, you know, lethargic, sad and grieving, you can touch on a range of emotions with that beautiful, beautiful kit. Hands up if you like any of those new emotions oils. They're really, really great. They were just released last year. So for those of you who are new, they're very new to all of us. And then for me, lavender is a staple. It's like your Swiss Army knife when it comes to oils. So that's going to be a great one for anything that happens in the day to soothe. So soothing the skin and soothing the emotions. You know, anytime your child has a bump, scrape, irritation, mozzie bite, maybe you're outside and they get bitten by, you know, a bull ant, I don't know, that's going to come in handy. So for the evening, my favorite for winding down the farm is Lavender Peace. This is a great blend. It's also called Serenity in the States, and it's the calming, restful blend. And it's got some really calming oils such as lavender, ylang ylang. It's also now, well, it has Roman chamomile, and also if you order it from the States, and hopefully here soon, it's been updated with hoe wood, which is in balance, cedarwood, and vetiver. It also has a bit of vanilla, so it's a bit sweet and floral. I love the new updated version because I find it cuts a bit of that sweetness. And so I really, really love that one. That goes in the diffuser at night for Rafe. And also I love using, where did you go? Easier. Easier is a really great oil for promoting really restful sleep, opening up the airways, especially, you know, after a long day and maybe they've got coughs and congestion. That's going to be really, really effective too. Any type of aches and pains that have come throughout the day, maybe even growing pains, your Aroma Touch blend is really safe and effective for children. It's got some lavender and basil and cypress. So this is a great blend for addressing any type of joint discomfort, or maybe they've, you know, run too hard at school or pulled a muscle. Who knows? Kids can be rough, right? If you find that you need a little bit of extra support, the Ice Blue blend would be great too. And I would never go without putting frankincense down the spine every night before bed. We have a big jar, like a big amber pump bottle of coconut oil, and I've popped like 20 or 40 drops of frankincense and lavender piece in there, and Rafe just gets slathered in that before bed. So frankincense down the spine is going to really help support the mood, help support DNA repair throughout the night, and help support the body and any inflammation in the body, which, you know, comes from your diet and stress. So being able to do that for your child nightly, oh, how amazing. What a great gift we can give our children. So frankincense down the spine would be a really lovely self-care practice, you know, general well-being practice for you and also your children. So anything that acute that comes along, for instance, like earaches, I love using basil and tea tree for earaches. We've got a little earache blend that I have made up. We don't use it a lot, but it just goes around the ear bones of basil and tea tree. Again, looking at your roller bowl dilution guide as to how much of each, I would just do half and half, equal parts. For temperatures, we use peppermint along the spine and on the soles of the feet. Teething, I absolutely love. And let me just say, you can teeth at like 14 years old with your molars. And so I have a friend who uses my teething blend, which I notoriously use for babies under 2. And she uses it on her 14-year-old and it works brilliantly. So lavender, frankincense, and white fir. So lavender is, really relaxing and soothing, brings down any inflammation. Frankincense as well gets in there, deep inflammation. and also your white fur is a very effective pain reliever. And so those three in a blend, equal parts of those is going to be really great. If your child struggles with bullying or any type of emotional upset, On Guard is a really great oil to use as a protector, emotional protector that helps them set positive boundaries and protection. So using that on the feet, again, before school is going to have a dual effect with both their immune system and if they're feeling a bit vulnerable. And any type of chest or cough, I love this Easy Air stick. The Breathe Vapor Stick is really comes in handy, especially on young children. But if you're going to use it for older children, especially if they have any type of asthma or something that's really needs some extra support, I love adding a few oils to my Easy Air. So I love adding cypress or cedarwood or lemon. All of those are really great at getting the, any type of congestion moving, or even ginger. Ginger is a great one to add as well. So Easy Air with either cypress, cedarwood, lemon, or ginger. Those are really wonderful oils to add for, really kicking the cough. Okay, so now I'm just going to screen share again and show you some of the supplements as we wrap up here. And I will be honest with you. I'll move to the side, you guys. I personally have not used these supplements because they're really mostly targeted at children 4 years old and up. So Rafe has not personally used them, but I've had a lot of friends who swear by them and have great success. So the first one that's been around for quite a while is the IQ Mega. It's a fish oil and omega-3 oil. This is really wonderful for brain health, cardiovascular, heart health, joint function. We all know how much we need omega-3s. And this is a beautiful syrup that they can take, and it has a wild orange flavor. So that's a really great thing they can take daily, and really easy to swallow. Lots of kids seem to really enjoy it. If you don't find that they like it, you can pop it in a smoothie or something like that. And just recently released that goes in a line with the IQ Mega is the A to Z chewables. And this is a nice little watermelon flavor, and they are crunchy, that you chew them. You don't have to swallow them whole. So they're great for people who don't like to swallow capsules. And again, they're advertised for 4 and up. I'm sure there's people who feed them to or give them to younger children. But this has got your all-around, blend of A, C, B vitamins, lots of botanical extracts, really great whole foods, so where it's really bioavailable to the body. And wonderful things here, no high fructose corn syrup, artificial colors, or sweetener. So doTERRA is really conscious about what they put in their supplements and their blends. So wonderful for, the full body cellular health, immune function. It really works well with the omega-3. So this is a great supplement for your children. Includes calcium, magnesium. Honestly, so much of the population is magnesium deficient. So really great to have this, zinc, all that kind of great stuff. And the one that I'm most excited about, hold on, let's see, it's not letting me go across. There we go, is the PB Assist Junior. I'm obsessed with PB Assist. I absolutely love taking it. You probably heard me rave on about it. And now they have it for children. Again, I'm looking for 4 years and up. I'm sure there's children that take it younger because it's just like little beadlets, like a little sachet of beadlets. I mean, even adults could take this. 5 billion live cultures, 6 different probiotic strains. Really, really effective. It's okay, darling. And so you've got a really great, probiotic.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Have you been changing screens? Because I'm still stuck on that rollerball screen.
Oh, no. I've been trying to show you the supplements.
Yeah, I'm still stuck on the rollerball screen.
I have been changing screens. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, bummer. Well, that was a bust. Let me see if I can do it again. Oh, no. How boring, guys. Yes, I was trying to show you all these great supplements. Sorry. They are on doTERRA.com, so I was showing you the IQ Mega, and I was showing you the A to Z chewable, and now I'm showing you PB Assist. I must have screen shared the wrong thing. How boring. Okay, sorry. Thanks, Jill. So this is another one that's really supportive as well to the body. Remember, your gut brain is where 90% of your serotonin is produced. It's really interlinked with your mood and overall well-being. So a great way to support your children. Now, at the moment, these are all available through the USA, along with your other supplements such as the adult probiotic and your lifelong vitality. So really great. What I love to do is every 3 to 4 months, place a USA order and stock up on some of these really great things, often when they have a 200 PB promotion. So really powerful. And hopefully, you know, convention is next month, and usually they release some great things locally. And I do know that Dr. Hill and the board are looking for ways to bring these to Australia as well. All right, nearly time to wrap up, but basically I hope what you got from this is that doTERRA's essential oils and natural product range is a very empowering source of hope for you and your children, and a way to help navigate childhood and you through motherhood, grandmotherhood, however you work with children, in a way that you can be an active role and participant in both freedom and choice. So I really appreciate you all listening. Sorry for that glitch at the end. doTERRA.com under supplements and children's supplements would have all that stuff that I showed you but you never saw. So thanks again. And if you have any other questions, please pop them in the group. I will post the replay, and I'm always here if you need to pick my brain. Thanks again, and I will talk to you all soon.
Thanks, Yoko.
See ya.